Hello, ladies and gentlemen. I'm sorry I haven't uploaded in a while. I know this is getting old and ridiculous, but believe me, I don't take these long hiatuses because I want to. But because of the fact that everybody's inside and people are probably really bored or whatever, I don't know how you guys are. I think staying in the inside the house is lit. I just wanted to do something that I haven't done before that I actually really wanted to try out because, you know, it seems fun, but also because I've got like 250 hours on the game, and I just wanted to put, like, you know, a list together, someone who's played the game a lot, you know. But also just one thing that stands or should go standing is that this tier list, and I will put it in the description for the version of the game this tier list is going to come out on, things are going to be subject to change. So, you know, I don't want this tier list to seem like outdated or whatever, but yeah, I should be able to give you guys a good hint of what version this came out with, or that I can put it in the title. I'm just gonna start here from my friend Acorn over here all the way to Electric Boogaloo. One more thing though, during the I hope you guys are staying safe. I hope you guys are staying clean. You making sure you're washing your hands, all that good stuff. You don't want to spread that to other people, even though it's not very lethal for younger people. You know, you want to keep in mind our elders too. This isn't. Wait, no. Let's just get into the list, because I realized that, like, I can't. Yeah, no, I'm not. No. Anyway, the first one is, like I said, is going to be Acorn, and to be completely honest, I'm going to put Acorn up in S tier. I should probably also preference this whole list of characters by saying that I don't think there's anyone objectively bad in this game yet, unless, you know, a nerf or above happens that makes them genuinely bad. But for right now, I don't think there's anyone objectively bad in this game. And it feels kind of conflicting to put Acorn here in this tier, but I feel like between Oak mode and Acorn mode, he can get a lot done. He plays great defense, which is what he's designed to do. His mobility and small hitbox, combined with his agility, make him a very hard target to hit while he's in Acorn mode. While in Oak mode, he just absorbs a bunch of hits. He has his sap trap that, you know, is like an insta-kill to anything below 150 health, and, well, roll for damage, which I don't know why it's called that. But anyway, no, I think he is one of the better plant classes. The next one, if you guys have ever seen my channel before, you know I'm incredibly biased towards this character. I believe 80s Action Hero deserves to be right here, because 80s Action Hero is so good, dude. Like, he's got so many tools combined with his really great weapon. Dynamite dodge, which is a very, very, very good ability to get out of dodge. And my one and only problem with 80s Action Hero is the fact that his whole upgrade kit is built around his right trigger ability with the Cant missiles. I don't know why they worked his entire character and his upgrades around that, but I mean, it doesn't bother me. I still think he's great. He's an amazing character when played. No, pardon me. When played the way he's supposed to, with his weapon in tandem with his abilities, I think he's a great character. He's never meant. I mean, he has Rocket Red. He's never meant to just use and abuse Rocket Red. But I don't want to get too in depth with each character, because we have a while, and we have quite a few more, and I do not want to spend too much time on each character. Next is Allstar. Allstar, I keep putting characters in S tier. Allstar is, I believe, objectively probably the best zombie in the game. If not, he is second place. Allstar has a crap load of health. He's got a great weapon, an amazing weapon that deals a lot of damage. He has the imp that insta-kills. He has sprint tackle for getting plants out of the way, or just moving plants, period. Even though I kind of wish it would go back to the Garden Warfare sprint tackle. And he has his dummy shield, which forces you to approach, but also protects your teammates. He's a very, very good character. The next one, Super Brains, is going, in my opinion, goes in an A tier. After his nerf, he went from an S tier character to an A tier character. I've talked to people who believe that Super Brains is they still believe he's an S tier character, and I've also talked to people who believe he's like a B. Some people think he's terrible. I know people who loathe playing Super Brains. Shout out to Miss Talia. But I think he still belongs up here in A tier. He's still really good. He's still really effective. Super Ultra Ball is still good. It's just that you have to actually aim it now. But up close, he's still a monster. Though I really wish they would fix his hit detection. Another one I put in A tier is Cactus. Because while the snipers, I'd say the two snipers, you know, her and Deadbeard, while I'd say they're good, I just feel like Cactus isn't as good. Like, don't get me wrong, close range, she's better, but her weapon doesn't feel as good. In my opinion, it does not feel as good as Captain Deadbeard. Even though, you know, a lot of people think they're carbon copies of each other. I mean, they have the same weapon, I agree with that, but I mean, when it comes to their abilities, Cactus has her ability to fly and basically get her nowhere. And then she has the potato mines, which placed strategically are an annoyance on the battlefield. But close range, alright, her weapon is definitely better than Deadbeard. Oh man. We can get into that later though. Next is Space Cadet. Space Cadet definitely, in my opinion, also goes in A tier. Space Cadet probably would be S if her space station didn't get that nerf, because we all know how broken Crater Maker was. It was freaking obnoxious. Most people didn't even use Space Cadet for, like, you know, Space Cadet. It was just for Crater Maker. But I mean, outside of that, which again, it's like Oak or Acorn. I believe that she's like better outside of her space station, because, you know, she has aimbot. She has the Big Bang Laser. I think that's what it's called, and then she has Meteor Smash, whatever that one is called. I can't remember the ability off the top of my head, but it's the one where she hovers in midair and then stomps the ground. So it's an okay ability. It's really easy to avoid, but besides that, Space Cadet's a really good character. Space Cadet, by no stretch of the imagination, is a bad character. Now, one character that I would say is not up to snuff or as good as the other characters in the game is definitely Chomper. Chomper feels so incomplete without his ability to swallow people from up. And he also has Burrow, but my problem with Burrow is that Burrow isn't even remotely sensitive at all. Like, its detection for getting a zombie, it's really bad to where, like, zombies kind of have to stay still for, like, a slight second before he can, you know, get them. I really wish they'd fix, you know, how sensitive it is for that to trigger, because, you know, it really does get annoying, you know, seeing zombies but being unable to eat them because the detection is so weak. His long-range weapon is really, the hitbox for the weapon is really tiny. It's, what's it called, the cooldown between each hit before you can fire another hit. I honestly, in my opinion, think it makes it fairly ineffective. Like, you know, don't get me wrong, it helps close distances, but at the same time, you know, if you're fighting something like an All-Star or a 80s action hero, they'll easily be able to take you out from medium to long range, which, I'll be honest with you, I don't understand why Chomper has a long range weapon when he's I believe he was designed to be a close quarters one. In close quarters, I'd say he's a lot more threatening, but even then, there are ways to get out of his range. So, just in all, I honestly think he's probably one of the worst, and still not, like, horrible. You can still play Chomper and get results. It's just, I think it's a bit harder than someone like, you know, All-Star. I kind of feel conflicted having 80s there, because it's my personal bias where I want to make it like a new tier just for 80s action hero and keep him out of S. Anyway, another character is Citron. Now, Citron falls into a really weird category with me, because like I feel like he's not very good at playing offense, but he's pretty. Well, yeah, I mean he's meant as a defensive class. But they did nerf his shield, which I'll be honest with you, it didn't really make much sense to me, because he's supposed to be a defensive class, which is supposed to hold the line down. Even though I will agree that his shield did have a crap load of health. But still, his weapon only does 3 damage, and it feels it's kind of ineffective. Like, don't get me wrong, I don't think I want to place him in. I mean, he's certainly not S. But I don't know. I think I'm gonna leave him here, because for Citron to be effective, I honestly think he needs to be around other plants to truly be as effective as he wants. Like, don't get me wrong, yes, he can be incredibly annoying with, you know, the whole shoot and shield, and he does have EMP, which stuns for a really long time. I believe the roll also gets rid of imps, but yeah, he does. He's a really good imp counter. You know, he can help easily. The mech loses a lot of fuel when he hits it with the EMP. Besides that, though, I think like in normal combat, I honestly think he is B. Purely because his weapon, it honestly struggles to get those kills. Next is another one. Now, Corn is another weird one in my opinion, because you guys know he recently got his legendary upgrade. So I want to tier him at A, because with a legendary upgrade, don't get me wrong, he's A. I wouldn't say he's S, but with the legendary upgrade, I'd say A, but that's if you have the legendary upgrade. And you can get the legendary upgrade playing the game just a little bit and just saving your rainbow stars, because I believe it's like 300 rainbow stars in Rux's shop. So, but until then, I'd say Corn, just, you know, as Corn, probably is a B without his legendary upgrade. With his legendary upgrade, he's up here, but without it, and then again, the legendary upgrade is accessible to everyone. It just takes a little bit of grinding with saving rainbow stars. So I'll put him here. Next is Engineer, who I feel like is Engineer's an easy A. He's not where he struggles to do things without people around him. Definitely has his stun, which is a great tool. He has the turret, which is an amazing support tool, especially to help your team out. You put that thing next to the objective and watch your teammates and yourself use it. Rest in peace all Engineer's accuracy rates. I know it's terrible, but yeah, I think Engineer does a really good job playing the support role that he is designated to play. Especially with double time, which allows you to get to the objective faster. I just wish Engineers Online would use it more and not put it in like really stupid spots where it doesn't even remotely help you. These are really straightforward characters. Next, and this is as of the current, like I said at the beginning of the video, this is as of the current version. Sunflower's an easy S. In fact, I'm going to put her, well, let's just say that none of these are in particular order. Sunflower is definitely an S. Her survivability, now that she's gotten all those buffs, is off the charts. With Sunny Side Up, I believe Sunbeam is, I never use Sunbeam, because I honestly find myself dying every time I use it. But, with Vampire Flower, and she has, it's not Cocoon, it's the other ability that allows you to heal from healing another teammate. She's just really, her survivability is off the charts now. And with the buff to her weapon, she's also actually a tangible, like, she's honestly a threat. Because that 10 damage to the head and critical hit, that's not tiny damage, that's nothing to snuff at. That's some pretty good damage. You combine that with Vampire Flower and obviously the one that allows you to heal when you heal someone else, and she's basically unkillable. So that definitely, she went from like a B to definitely an S. Next is Imp, which I'd say is A tier. Imp is, with players with good aim, Imp is easy to gun down. However, with his mech, he's a really good threat. He's another one of those very straightforward characters. You want to move around a lot when you're imp. You don't want to stand still because obviously he's a tiny character with not that much health. So you want to keep on the move. But he's definitely an A tier character, especially with the buff to his mech where they made it to where it takes 60 seconds to load it. You run that with Mech Hunter, which is, you know, an ability that everyone else can get their hands on, you know, when you level it up enough. Yeah, just like that. Next is Nightcap, who's definitely an S tier. I'll be honest with you, I don't want to see any comments talking about how after her nerf she's like not good anymore. I've literally seen that in what's it called, and talking to people. I don't understand where that whole thing where Nightcap isn't good anymore. I don't know where that came from or who started that. Nightcap is still a very, very threatening. Yes, Fung Fu now like sends you off a million signs before it happens, but that doesn't change the fact that, you know, if used right, instead of just brain deadly clicking the Y button or triangle if you're on PlayStation, I believe, just brain dead activating that ability and it doesn't do anything to people, of course that's not going to hurt anyone. However, I still think she's still incredibly threatening. She's still probably the best plan in the game. Possibly. Yeah. With of course Shadow Sling, which is very nice ability. I run that on everything. And you have her dome. You know, that good old version 1 combo where you throw that Nightcap's I forget what her dome is called. I'm sorry. You throw that dome down, then you do Fung Fu because you when inside of her dome you become invisible. She's a great character, probably the best play in the game if I'm being honest. So she's like my second most played play. But when it comes to kills, I got the most with Nightcap. Oh, they separated Oak and Acorn. Oh, I'm sorry, my bad. I honestly didn't notice that. Well then, I'm gonna put purely because Oak is really good at mowing people down. I'm gonna put Oak in S and Acorn in A. Because Acorn can't really mow people down like Acorn can. Peashooter. Peashooter is A. Peashooter is really good, especially if you're running homing peas. I can't tell you how many times, like, I'm morally against running homing peas. I feel like it's gonna make me really bad, like, as a player, so I don't like to rely on homing peas. But recently, because I was trying to grind to get more bulbs to get wizard as fast as humanly possible, I was like, oh yeah, you know, I'll shoot it. I'll pull the trigger and just use homing peas, to which I got like 3 or 4 60+ games, one of which I uploaded to this channel, and that, trust me, believe me, that was not the only one. But homing peas is great. It's a great ability. But Chili Bean Bomb is really predictable, but if executed right, you can get people. It also can be used to get people out of the objective. And then you have Hyper, which is very obnoxious because jumping in the air, levitating, all that good stuff, especially with Peashooter's critical damage. Another one who I'm incredibly biased towards, previously my favorite character in Garden Warfare 2, this Captain Deadbeard was my favorite character. I loved Captain Deadbeard. I still love Captain Deadbeard to this day. I just play 80s Action Hero more, because I feel like 80s Action Hero can accomplish more. You can play long range and short range. I still think he would go into A tier. Long range, he's amazing. He deals a lot of damage, and, well, I mean, a lot of damage from afar, just like, snipers do. And he also has his abilities where, you can get ammo back from getting kills. You get one free critical, instantly zoom shot if you throw your anchors away, even though I don't honestly think that's worth it, because it costs so much. His glaring weakness is close range. He can't really do much with his shotgun. Not even close. That's not really accomplishing anything. Unlike Cactus, where, she can defend herself better, I'd say. She can't really defend herself well, but I'd say it's much better than Captain Deadbeard can up close. Even though Captain Deadbeard does have the barrel, I'm just going off the assumption that you may or may not have the barrel. Just weapon-wise, his weapon is... close range is not very good. The shotgun part. But overall, Captain Deadbeard is a very threatening player. especially, you know, long-range sniping like he's supposed to. Rose, now this one's hard for me because I'll be honest with you, I do not play very much of Rose, but I'll be on, let's say, Rose is, I'd say Rose is also A. Because Rose is, you know, Rose is not really, besides the fact that Rose can, actually, yeah, Rose can throw the huge go-to-fi. She plays really similar to the way she does in Plants vs. Zombies, Garden Warfare 2. Just, you know, straightforward honing. She does have her upgrade that's incredibly obnoxious, where the moment she gets touched for a short period of time, she can go faster. But besides that, Rose is a really straightforward character. I don't really think there's much to add on her. There's Scientist, who I'm going to put in B tier. I'm just going to be honest with you. He's not very good right now. In the current version that I made this, he's not very good. His weapon is pretty weak. His healing is not that great. Warping is very good. Like, you know, you can use that to your advantage. But I think as a healer, he needs to be much better than how he is now. Because Sunflower, well, how it used to be in the earlier versions, is that he was actually much better than she was. But now they buffed her, and now he's the one who's the worst healer. Down to the final ones, we have Snapdragon. Snapdragon's an easy S tier after his buff. Again, talking about the version I'm making this tier list in, he's a very, very, very good character. Close range, long range, not really, but it's not very hard to close a distance with his abilities. You have his Blazing Trail, you have his Blue Blazes, which will hit you even if you're in another country. Even though sometimes it does malfunction, and that can get very annoying. He's just all around a very, very good character. Second to last, you have Foot Soldier, where I'm going to put him at A, because A, while he's not, like, I'd say he's not as good as any of the people up here, I'd also say that, he's definitely not a B. He's really good at, you know, if you're accurate enough, you know, he's very good at pumping damage very quickly into people. You have the Sticky upgrade that allows you to take the Steam Cloud and attach it to another plant, which, I don't know if you guys have ever experienced that, but that's very traumatizing. You know, you can't see anything, but all in all, he's a very, very straightforward, very good character. And finally, I'm going to put Electric Slide in this. I was honestly bouncing back and forth with this, but I honestly think after her buff, she has to go in S. Her Arcing Electricity is stupid strong. She has, and the thing is, I think anyone who's watched my channel when I first started uploading this game, they know I don't like Electric Slide. And also, Skylox, my boy Skylox knows I have a bone of contention against Electric Slide. She's my least used character in this game. Because I dislike her playstyle, but even then I realize she's, after her buff and her whole weaponry working, she's great. She's got it. Because you are severely punished if you're standing next to another plant, where you guys are going to take a lot of damage. Both the person getting hit and anyone next to them. She has her Electric Tornado, or what is it? No, yeah, it's like the Electric Tornado, I believe that's what it's called. You have her Out of Fight, which I believe is the most cowardly move in this video game as a whole. And you have her Gravity Grenade, which is obnoxious. I think it's called the Gravity Bouncer. I don't know the actual term. But yeah, all those used in tandem, and she's got a great kit and good abilities. Just in all, she's a really good character. But that's going to be it. I would say this is a pretty good. I'm proud of the way this tier list looks. I'd say it's pretty accurate. There's not really any characters that are like, you know, D or C, but I'd say that excluding 80s, take my opinion on 80s with a grain of salt. I'm very biased when it comes to 80s. Anyone who talks to me semi-regularly knows that I'm very biased when it comes to 80s and Captain Deadbeard. I don't like putting Captain Deadbeard here because, I mean, if I'm being honest here, if I do my own personal tier list for the characters I play, then he'd definitely be up here, because in the entire game, he is the character that I have the most kills with, Captain Deadbeard. So my most used character is 80s, and well, for the zombie team, and the one I have the most kills with is Captain Deadbeard. These two are my boys. Anyway, I still am making the video on Wizard, the guide on Wizard. That's just taking a little bit longer than I thought it would, but I still plan on making doing it. I'm glad for the feedback, the little feedback I got on my community post. If you guys ever get a chance, I do like semi-regular community posts, just asking questions or whatever. If you guys pop onto those or check those out, just to help with the polls and stuff, that would be really nice to give me a great indicator of what you guys want to see, but also leaving a comment, liking these videos, and sharing it. Of course, subscribing too. You know, you can. I'd love it if you just subscribe. I'd love. Yeah, I'm not gonna do this anyway. Letting me know what you guys would like to see. If you guys would like to see more content like this, you know, just letting me know in the comment section below, and I'd happily oblige. Of course, we'd have to find some different kind of things to talk over. But yeah, I think that's going to be it for this video. I hope to catch you guys next time. Stay safe. Yeah, later. I don't like that way of ending it. I'll just see you guys. See ya.